Because today is going to be a monster day. It's the first day of callbacks here in Pasadena. So what we've done is we've gone all around America and we've found the very best dancers that America has to offer. We've brought them all to Pasadena and then we're going to test them out with choreography, and then hopefully at the end of it we'll have our top 20. But it's going to be a very, very long day, so it calls for flats, I'm afraid.
These are lovely. My flats. They're very cute.
Yeah, they're very cute, but look at the size of my feet in them. I mean, they're huge feet that I've got. I'm a very good swimmer.
What size are you?
4 really long days.
Oh my goodness.
Very important. This is probably one of the most important parts of the show, is to actually try to, get down to who is that real person as a dancer. There's lots of fabulous technicians here. Who has got the goods? Who has magic on stage? Who has that charisma now that is standing out? Who's going to dwindle under the pressure here right now? Because if they think the pressure is going to be hard now, it's going to get that much harder on the show. So we got to know that you can meet that pressure.
What's really hard about it is there's nothing relaxing about an audition. There's no way to not feel judged. But you have to find a way to shake that off in some way. Everybody on the panel has been there, and we've all been cut, and we've all been through the audition process, so we understand, and we can actually have as much compassion for them as we can. But if they're not delivering, if they can't get past those nerves, then it's over.
I definitely relate to them. I look into their eyes, and I know that this moment means so much to them, and it's finding that balance of wanting it so badly and then also letting yourself perform and be free and connect with the audience and judges. So I'm rooting for all of them. It's hard to watch them walk off the stage. It's so heartbreaking. It's so much fun. It really is. And the dancers are so creative, and it's really fun to be in this part of the process to see all the different styles and to see the dancers really almost coming in to a different dancer, being up on this stage, this big stage, and narrowing it down is a lot of pressure. So you see the winners. I think for me, as a commentator in figure skating, I can relate to the skaters, and I always want to give honest advice, but then also understand where the skater's coming from. So I'm hoping to bring that to this as well. And sometimes there's just that person that stands out, and sometimes you don't, and it's hard. I mean, because they're all so incredible just to even get to this point.
Often, mostly in the contemporary category, it ends up there's a lot of sameness that ends up happening, and so you really have to shine in terms of not only your technique there, but the way that you create a character, the way you embody the music, and your personality, how honest the dancing is for you.
We do phase out, and that's why this early part of the competition here this week, we asked them to show us their solos again. Now every judge gets a chance. If we're split 3 and 3 in our vote, we'll keep them. But a lot of the time now we're seeing them either change what we originally saw and they're not as good, or we're seeing if you see a dancer that's following a bunch of bad dancers, you go, oh yes, you're going through to Hollywood or whatever.
Right.
Here, they're all good dancers, so the bar is raised. Now some of them are not making it up to that level, and we're losing them as we go along. But a lot of the contemporary girls, they're all the same. They're all this height. They're all blonde. They're all
wearing bikinis.
All wearing bikinis. And unfortunately, just because you're wearing a bikini doesn't get you put through to the next round.
That definitely can happen, especially because the majority are contemporary dancers and they do a lot of the same moves. But when extraordinary comes along, whatever zone you thought you might have went to, trust me, magic will make you snap right out of it, and it elevates you and it gets you all excited, and you're so proud to be sitting there, and you're so proud to see them have a performance like that. As a dancer, you want that for everybody. Obviously, it can't happen for everybody, but as a dancer, you sit there and wish that, and when somebody has it, it's like the best thing ever. That will wake you up for the next few hours. Only one extraordinary moment like that will get you cooking.
Nice. Sometimes you can't prepare for this moment. It's one of those things where if you're going to jump out of a plane, you got to just do it and go with it, and try to remember that you can rely on your past skills and practice, and you know what you're doing. So just have fun.
That's the assumption at this point, is that they're good dancers, and they know that they're good dancers. So it's really about seeing growth and who they are and the personalities. And so to see how they handle pressure and to see their personalities really shining through. So that's what this week Always is about.
I think it's about doing something different, but I think it's very much though about, you have to be very honest too, and whether that's your dancing or whether it's your personality, like even you can never really fake it. You know, if you have a sense of humour, show your sense of humour. If you're shy, be shy. You know, there's a charm in everything. It just, you know, if you're a bit nerdy, we love that too. If you're kind of super out there and super confident, that's great. But I think the biggest thing that you could say, the biggest piece of advice I could give to someone is just be exactly who you are and just really enjoy it.
Awesome.